Text scams, identity thieves, data leaks. Hearing about these online threats every day can be stressful. But don't worry. McAfee Total Protection is here to help you live a worry-free life online. What does worry-free mean? Well, it means you won't have to wonder if that text message is a scam, if new threats will pop up on your PC, or if you're safe from identity theft. Visit McAfee.com/online protection today to get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Welcome to an exclusive episode of Mind Love. Today's episode is all about becoming trigger-proof.
Should we just deal with our triggers? Well, that depends what you want to do, Melissa. If you want to live a life that's expanded, you want to expand yourself, you want to expand your influence, you want to live with an open heart, instead of running every time you get triggered, it's wiser for you to look and find where those wounds are coming from and to heal those wounds. Usually they're attachment wounds. Because if you don't, your world gets smaller, you get more anxious, and then you become literally a walking victim, seeing perpetrators everywhere. You just get into these conflict triangles where you jump as the victim and see perpetrators everywhere, and you literally become a magnet for them.
When was the last time you felt triggered? I bet it was sometime this week, or maybe even today. Here's an interesting thought experiment. How often do you get triggered now compared to 2019? For me, it's a lot. I'd say that goes for every election year, but let's be real, 2020 has had a whole lot of other layers to it. 4 years ago, I was all about the cut that shit out mentality. I figured if it wasn't serving me, it just had to go. So being on Facebook actually felt pretty easy when all I could see were confirmations of my own opinions. Basically, I was in an echo chamber of my own beliefs. But then I started to think, is this really serving me? I mean, it's not really a good representation of the real world. I'm not challenging my own beliefs or learning anything new. In a way, I was kind of stagnant, just reinforcing the walls that I had built up around myself, making it harder to see truths at all because confirmation bias became so strong. And think about it. Just because it feels easy doesn't mean it serves you. Actually, usually it's the opposite. The hard stuff that you're willing to face and move through no matter what it brings up, those are the things that really serve you. And I'm definitely not saying that you need to be getting into debates with people that you know every day. Challenging yourself might even be just doing your best to stay quiet and just observe. And I get it. We all have those crazy acquaintances and even family members that just attack any Facebook post that goes against what they think is true. By all means, mute those who drain your energy. But my point is, I think it's more important than ever to be able to face our differences. Ask questions. Answer questions respectfully that might seem obvious to you, instead of just assuming that the other person must be selfish or racist or crazy for voting a certain way. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're seeing something that you're not. Maybe you're seeing something that they're not. Maybe they're affected in a totally different way. Maybe some past trauma is being triggered by this. Either way, attacking each other or writing them off altogether isn't going to bring us any closer to unity, which is where all the healing happens. Learning to manage your triggers helps in more cases than just an election year or even in global chaos. We all have triggers, no matter what's going on in the world. Whether you've survived some big trauma or just those day-to-day hardships, we all develop these little sore spots that make us jump when people poke them. But expecting everyone else to cater to your triggers is just not realistic, nor is it really their responsibility. Your triggers are always your responsibility. And you can either go through life limiting your experience to make sure that you stay in your safe little bubble, or you can start to develop some resilience. When we start to uncover these things, we realize that often the thing we think is the problem is just a symptom that's going to keep coming back until we figure out what's really underneath it. So that's what we're talking about today. Our guest is Dr. Nima Rahmani. He specializes in helping people get to the root cause of their physical and emotional challenges. And after building a successful chiropractic practice, he sold his clinic to pursue his passion for teaching and coaching professionals who are stressed, depressed, and anxious to transform and have their best year ever. 3 key things we will learn are how even little traumas get stored in the body, why it's necessary to deal with anxiety cognitively as well as physiologically, and some useful tools for self-regulating emotions, including an easy hack for activating the parasympathetic nervous system.
Hey there, wild minds. So this was just a preview, but you can access the whole episode with a Mind Love Premium membership. If Mind Love has been helpful to you in any way, consider helping support the show by joining this exclusive community. I promise I'm making it totally worth it. You get exclusive episodes, which means twice the Mind Love, in a private feed that imports right to your favorite podcast app, so you don't have to go to the web to listen. And that's not all. You also get all Mind Love episodes ad-free for uninterrupted listening. You get early access to episodes, and you get bonus video interviews and powerful meditation downloads. And finally, you get priority access to me, so you're free to reach out to me with any questions that you have about life, love, relationships, success, whatever it might be. And in more good news, you can get started free with a 2-week free trial. Just go to mindlove.com/premium. And if you're a student, reach out to me on Instagram and I'll give you a special discount.